papal tombs underneath us, he will be placed in his own crystal urn. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, a pope today has to be recognized for performing 3 modern-day miracles, because in the past it used to be miracles. But the miracles to prove used to, with time, it always got harder and harder to prove, because they said the miracles were curing the sick, making somebody walk off the wheelchair, and so on. So these miracles, with scientific advancement, always got harder and harder to prove. So what is a miracle has been translated today? It's a modern-day miracle. Now, what do I mean by that? A modern-day miracle is something that stands out of the extraordinary, something that stands out of the average. Because with Pius X, his miracles were that he opens the Vatican museums to the public 100 years ago. So this is why the Vatican museums are open to the public today. Because pretty much they stopped being a private collection of the popes 100 years ago, and they're open to the public. So this is why we have the possibility to visit the Vatican museums, thanks to Pius X. But he also lowers the age average in Catholic tradition from 11 years of age, and he drops it to 7 years of age, giving the possibility for a young child to receive the Holy Communion. Why? Because 100 years ago, children were dying frequently of yellow fever, polio. So it gives the possibility for all the children in the world to receive Holy Communion. Okay. So this is why he's been loved for this, he's been remembered for this, he's been placed in his own crystal urn, because he's been canonized, beatified, and recognized saint. After 30 to 40 years, his process of canonization has been terminated, and he's been placed in his own crystal urn. Now, as we speak, just to keep in mind, there's another pope who just recently left us, left a beautiful memory of himself, and with due time, he'll be canonized, beatified, and recognized saint, like I was mentioning earlier. John Paul II. What was his 33-day modern-day miracles? He survives his own assassination attempt in 1981. He was an ambassador of peace worldwide. Wherever he went, he was always greeted with open arms. All the different religious leaders, all the other political leaders of the world always greeted John Paul II. But third and most important of all, he contributed in the collapse of the fall of the Iron Curtain of Soviet Russia too, as well, of the communism. So that's his third-day modern-day miracle. You have to understand that the church was terrorized by communism. Okay? Right?
Big problem.
All right. Is that clear? Does that make it understandable for everybody what we have this?